another of the Channelplay Leadership Podcast where we discuss a lot about retail, a lot about channels. And today I have an interesting and amazing guest, Avneesh. And Avneesh runs a brand and a business which is 200 years old. And this is the brand I have consumed, my dad has sold, which I only got to know yesterday. We'll talk about that more, but then Avneesh is here to tell us a lot about Baby Saffron, their business, and how it trades across channels and how they have the majority market share in India, which is just an incredible story. So very excited. Avneesh, thank you very much for joining. Thank you for this chat. Why don't you tell all about Old Delhi, Baby Saffron, how it is spread across India, a little bit of a context for everybody.
Sure. So, thank you for having me, first of all.
Pleasure is all mine.
So, the brand started by my grandfather in 1965. So, actually, my family is based out of Punjab, and they moved to Delhi around in the 60s. And when they came here, they wanted to start a new line of business. So, we decided to take up a small office in Khari Bauli in Chandni Chowk. It was around maybe, I think, 150, 200 square feet. And we got it on rent. And it was very cheap rent, by the way. It was like around 1,200 rupees a month.
This is the oldest spice market.
Yeah, it is the world's largest spice market also, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So we started there, and at that time, saffron has two main grades, Lacha and Mungra. So what is Lacha? Lacha is how it comes from the flower, like red and the yellow attached to each other. Stigma in the style, in technical words. So, puri dunya mein, it was selling as Lacha. Everybody knew only this form of saffron. So when we opened our shop there, my grandfather said that, we need to be different from the rest because we are not able to sell otherwise. So he started processing saffron and separating the red from the yellow by hand so that the customer gets a premium product, like added some value. People did not want to pay the premium. Even though we started doing this, it took a while. So there were people coming up the store and वो कहते थे कि सरदार जी लच्छा दे दो 1 किलो. तो my grandfather started pushing it. He said, नहीं यार आधा किलो लच्छा मिलेगा, आधा मुंगरा मिलेगा. मतलब he started forcing it down people. And he started giving it at the same price of lachha, although it commanded a 20% premium at that time. When they took the mungra, then they came back for the next time and they're like, यार आप मुंगरा ही दे दो 1 किलो. Slowly, the market started changing and they started valuing the addition that we had done. That's how Baby Brand started. It started becoming a name in the market for quality.
It's incredible. You use two different words, right? Different and premium. Today, all the management jargon and MBA classes and everybody product differentiation, be different, kill the market, and this is just like very simple, easy.
Simple stuff.
Okay, I don't want to sell what is everybody selling, and I'm going to have a different saffron, and which there's not too much more to it.
बिल्कुल. And आज की डेट में सिर्फ मुंगरा बिक रहा है. Like nobody sells लच्छा. There is no such thing anymore. People don't sell it because the market changed, and we kind of became the pioneers of that. And that's where really that journey of quality and trust started. There was a small gap in the middle. Because of some personal reasons, my grandfather had to leave the business. So it kind of shut down for a few years.
Okay.
And this is in the 70s, something like that. And then my father started it back in the 80s. And he took it from where he left off. And he started it with a little more investment and capital. I think after that, there was no looking back.
Wow.
It just went up and up. And in 90s when laws changed, the taxation laws had changed, that helped us and grew us a little more. And then slowly, step by step, we moved from a cottage scale industry. Like we had rented rooms in Santnagar in Delhi, near GK1. And wahan pe we had like 10-20 people working, doing hand, and we used to sit there every day. In fact, मैंने अपने घर पे, like just before this, me, my grandmother and my mother, so जब भी order आता था ना, तो हम डब्बियों पे तराजू पे पैक करते थे वो लोहे की.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that at that shop. We all grew up in that store and that kata.
That kata.
And baht.
वो बाट. वो drawer होता था.
Yeah, so baht. So we had this heavy baht for thing and then chota baht. And for all these things के लिए, in fact, छोटी चीजों के लिए यूज टू हैव द 10 ग्राम वाले पीतल का कबाट.
Exactly.
10 gram, 20 gram,
Yeah.
but because this is very precious
Exactly.
thing, like almost like a gold, is like a tole mein it gets sold, right?
Yeah.
So which is very interesting that how that is even at my personal story. So I grew up from, my dad still runs a kirana store. Mom and dad both sits there, and so what you're saying is so relatable because if Diwali time comes, you have to, packaging has to be done. So mom and all brother, sister, and everybody sit at home and pack it. Dashera time comes and Puja time comes. So you have to make this whole, seventh day, eighth day, all different pujas, and they put 7th of this, 8th of this. So we would sit at home and just do that.
Yeah.
कि धूप का डालो इधर. So yeah, I can relate to it completely.
Yeah. Those are good times, like raw.
Absolutely.
And without technology, nothing.
Nothing. It's just
And that was
good
a
old
family get together and we used to celebrate. Order आया है, चलो भाई सब लग जाओ, बड़ा order है, सब पैक करो, 3 तराजू लेके सब लगे हुए हैं, कौन किस speed पे पैक कर रहा है, it gamified.
Exactly.
Because it was, we had to make fun, like enjoy it.
And it was a great thing, right? I mean, everybody was part of it.
Yeah,
everybody
was part of
knew what's going on. Everybody knows what's going on. So now, how big are you? As in business across India, does it sell across it?
Well, yes. So we started with, our main market was Rajasthan and Delhi, of course. So Delhi se wo maal bik ke Rajasthan jata tha, and that's how the market grew. And now at this point, our top markets are still North India, Rajasthan, UP, MP, Gujarat, Delhi, Punjab, Haryana. But we have a lot of presence in the south, in Hyderabad, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, even Odisha. So we're growing now. Now our focus in this next 5 years is the south and the east of India. So we're capturing those states as well.
And your mode of selling right now is through wholesaler, distributor. How do you guys cover the market?
It's still in the traditional wholesale.
Okay.
The mega wholesalers. So in every city we have a few wholesalers which are basically buying directly from us, and they are selling it through aartis, which is that traditional broker system.
Yeah.
And वो पर्चा लेके आते हैं and उसमें नाम लिखे होते हैं सारे राशन के, and they are still buying like that. It's a wonderful system how it works really. So this is how we are selling even today. And
So but you have wholesaler appointed city-wise, state-wise.
Yes.
Anybody can become your wholesaler, or you choose their wholesaler. How do you go about it?
So we are very picky on the wholesalers at this point, especially in states where we are already covered. We don't appoint any new.
So these are old relationships.
All old. These are going way back to my father's relationship. Yeah.
And they're like family. They become
They're
like
family.
okay.
Yeah. There's no question about it. So, I mean, there's a very interesting story. So once my father, he had gone to Bikaner. This is somewhere in the 90s. And at that time, there were no mobile phones, right? So, and he was also young. So he went there and he got like a lot of orders from the market. So in the evening when he reached back to his home, he picked up the STD, ISD, PCO phone and he called my grandfather and said, Papa, I've nailed it, like I've got so many orders. We haven't got these many orders in the whole few months. My grandfather got very angry. He was like, तू पागल है? Why you took so many orders? आपको पता है rate कितना बढ़ गया? He didn't know. How could he know? He was in the market.
Yeah.
All the orders came because the rate had increased and everybody.
There was no WhatsApp.
There was no WhatsApp.
No WhatsApp came.
अब देखो WhatsApp होता तो बात अलग थी.
Exactly.
But thank God there was no WhatsApp because how this happened was, so my Dadaji said that तूने अब जो order लिए हम ज़बान की पूरी value रखेंगे. We will never go back on our word. And till date we have this value system. Even I do. We will supply all the orders, no matter how much money we lose. So Dad said, okay, fine. What happened? We supplied all the orders. All the other brands that were already supplying said no. So there was no other saffron in the whole of Bikaner other than ours.
Wow.
And when all the customers went and asked for the other brand and they didn't get it, they took ours. After that, they never went back because our quality was speaking. That's how we captured Bikaner, which it started with, and that's how we spread across Rajasthan. And now Rajasthan is our number one market at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like one, and this is, I think that keeping the promise, and I hear it, I used to watch Dad in the shop, and you see, I come from a trader's family, so this is constant conversation happens that, you bought something, rate gir gaya, rate upar ho gaya, something has changed, but that whole like good old business values, and especially with our elders, is too much. Is that no, now that commitment is done, commitment has to be kept.
My value system is so strong on this. Zubaan de di to de di, चाहे दुनिया उल्टी हो जाए, आपने वो ज़बान पूरी करनी है. This is what we've been taught from when we're children, and we keep this in our business, in our personal relationships, to the best of our ability, of course. And that's what has been our success story for today.
The saffron at dad's shop also, when they're selling, they used to have a lot of people used to ask cheap. So this is an expensive. Sasta wala. So dad say sasta wala chahiye, the duplicate hai. And it's funny that they used to show original and duplicate both. And it's very funny that that I did not know that was Baby Saffron.
Yeah. Oh,
at that time. Right?
amazing.
So yesterday when we were talking and you said you must check in with your brother and
Right.
ask him
Yeah.
that does he know about Baby Saffron? And you said you'll be surprised if they did not know about it and all of that. And I did. Let me play the message he sent back right after when I asked him. You must hear it yourself before I say anything.
Will make my day for sure.
I asked him and then he sent this note to me. Wait 1 second.
हाँ बहुत लाया मैं बहुत बेचा मैंने ये इंदौर से लाता था सुदर्शन से बेबी ब्रांड सैफरन बेबी ब्रांड केसर बहुत शादियों में अपनी दुकानों पे सबील पे बहुत बेचा.
That's it.
क्या बात है.
This is what I did is I just
Amazing.
when you gave me the samples yesterday, I sent him this picture and I asked him. I said, "Do you know this?"
Yeah.
And then, so now he's moved out of the shop. He's in Dubai, and mom is still with dad in the shop. So then I asked mom also. Like, उनको भी same time पे I sent the picture, and this was her response.
हेलो हाँ बेटा ये बेबी सैफरन ही आता है अपने यहाँ यही बेचता है मार्केट में दुकान पे भी यही बेचते हैं बेबी सैफरन 1 ग्राम 2 ग्राम आधा ग्राम में इसमें आती है बेबी सैफरन
Oh,
की.
sweet. That's so nice.
That's
Yeah.
mom.
That's so cute.
That's the what we
That's so
got
nice.
from them yesterday.
Yeah.
So your claim was right.
Thank you.
That
Yeah,
if it's MP, they would definitely
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
And then I spoke to brother and he said they buy it from Siaganj.
Hmm.
So how do you manage those relationships? What do you do to keep that relationship going, and how do you still deliver a good quality product?
So these relationships, a lot of them, their sons are coming into the business. So I'm more getting connected to them rather than the father. I am connected to a lot of the fathers as well, let's say. We have a very good sales head who's maintaining those relationships on a very, very nice level. We keep visiting these stores maybe once a year at least. I try maybe once in 2 years to do a round in different cities because there are so many cities it's not physically possible.
Yeah.
So we did have around 2 years ago we had a distributor meet. We called
Yeah.
all of them to Delhi.
Oh, you did?
We
Yeah.
gave them a great party and a lot of gifts. We honored them with the respect to effort, and some were given a trip to Dubai, trip to Singapore. There were mobile phones, iPads, MacBooks, which we
Yeah.
gave out to everybody.
The reward programs.
Yeah, so without a program, there was no program. We just gave it out of our heart. And,
Okay.
just
So
out of happiness.
It's not on the sale or anything.
It was like we
There's
had to
some
have some
criteria.
factor.
Yeah, of course.
But we gave something to everyone.
Yeah.
And we plan to do this every 2-3 years so that we can call them centrally to meet everyone. It's not practical to, travel the whole of India.
Right.
So this.
One of the challenges my elder brother used to say, I did not, I left when I finished my high school. Until then, Sunday was our heart market day. So we all sat in the shop. My elder brother took over and he continued for many, many years. And one of the challenge he had, and I'll ask you if you have that, a lot of customers would come, but they would only insist on buying from dad. Because they have huge history. And these are all Gaonwala and they're large farmers.
Yeah.
So he used to always say, same thing. It's not that dad is going to give it differently. Dad might even take, if needed, can even increase the price.
Yeah.
But they will buy, no. So my dad's name is Saifuddin. Bole Saifu bhai ko bulao. They want to buy. Do you had that when you transitioned from that?
Yes, absolutely.
You still have-
It's a very Indian thing,
Yeah.
like the relationships here are so deep. And I mean, I absolutely, and now I'm living in Dubai and really, you can feel that difference there. There are no depth in relationships, which is over here. And they don't keep it for generations like we do. We pass those relationships on. And I think that's a very Indian culture thing of society, and I absolutely love it. Yeah,
Like sometimes there's a disagreement with you, they'll tell you, I'll speak to dad.
हाँ,
And they feel it their right to speak.
बिल्कुल.
And I'm sure dad will also give them equal importance.
मैं खुद ही बोलता हूँ, आप बात कर लो यार उनसे, अगर मेरे से नहीं संभल रही कोई बात आप कर लो.
Correct. Is dad still involved in the business?
So he's doing the purchase of the raw material of saffron basically, and I mean I would take that over, but I don't want to, because I want him to stay healthy. Because if you keep working, your brain keeps working, and I want him to be involved in the business.
I'm sure he enjoys it well. His passion is he has built the brand. It is his baby.
It's his baby. Literally his baby. Yes, and he loves it. Yeah, absolutely loves it. Still, he has the same zest, the same energy, and the same love for the brand.
So how does the growth journey looks from here? So traditional trade, wholesaler, relationship based. So what are you doing different, Baby Saffron, both from a product point of view? Like these are the boxes I've seen enough of, right? This is the standard.
Yeah.
Everybody has it.
Yeah.
I like that you're starting something different as well.
Yeah.
So tell us, where does it go from here? Traditional trade, new channels. What are you doing?
So I'll start with my insecurity, and then I'll tell you where I'm going. You know, saffron is a product which was used for puja, part, and sweets and desserts, of course. But the new generation, which is between 15 to 30, they are moving away from puja part also. Like it's not in there, and they're not taking those values from the parents. So they have their own traditions and own value set. Plus, they're moving away from sweets, going to health. So kind of the insecurity is, would people even use this product? Why would they use it? Why would the Gen Z use it?
And the lactose intolerance is increasing. The kesar ka doodh is less.
Doodh is less.
People are getting more different alternates.
Marriages are becoming smaller.
Almond milk, oat milk.
Exactly.
Doesn't go with kesar that well.
Well, it does actually. I take almond milk. It's really good with the almond milk. But still, I mean, it is a thing that's changing. So to change this saffron into a product for the Gen Z, what I'm trying to do is, first of all, make it instantly usable, because saffron needs to be soaked for a few minutes before, and people don't understand कि यार वो धागा कितने डालने हैं, कैसे डालने हैं. The knowledge has not been passed. So why don't we make it simpler and make it in a form factor which is just you sprinkle it and you get the same output. So we started with this product, which is the powdered saffron.
Yeah.
So this basically you just open it, sprinkle it in a glass of water, and boom, in instant you have the taste, the flavor and the aroma.
And same health benefits?
Of course.
So it is the saffron, just in a different
shakal
form.
alag hai, akal same hai.
Same, okay. So it does the same, brings all the things, all the goodness of it.
All the goodness of it. And the other positioning which I feel that is somewhat on my shoulders, because I'm leading this brand at this point, is that we need to position saffron towards health. It has always been a food item, a spice. But just like turmeric and shilajit nowadays, there is a lot of health benefits which people don't know. And if they get to know that, I strongly feel that they would move from other products to this, because this is the royal gold of Ayurveda. And it's the food of the gods, like they term it. So why not use this for your health benefits? So this is what my goal is, that the Gen Z start perceiving this product not like a puja part and a dessert spice. Of course you can do that, but add health to it. Drink it in a glass of water every day in the morning, milk, tea. It enhances flavor to any white or transparent product.
I think you're saying it's so far used more occasion. So at home when there's biryani, then with the rice you'll do it. If they're making some kheer, they would definitely put it. But on its own with consciousness, consumption doesn't happen. Right? It's not a regularly used
ritual nahi bana na. Ritual nahi bana. So the ritual needs to be made, and that ritual has to be centric towards health, is what I feel. Okay. Or a daily ritual, like a routine, like a morning routine. Some people have honey, some have almonds, some have water. So why not saffron water? Like you're waking up with royalty in your taste. And some people might argue with me at this point and say, oh, it's very expensive, aapke liye to theek hai. But it's not. Why is it expensive? Because a gram, which is a box like this that you buy, in the market is like 300 to 400 rupees depending on the time and the price. But in a gram, you would not use in even 15 days.
Mm.
Maybe 10 to 15 days is the right time. So technically you're spending 15 rupees a day if you consume this, which is probably cheaper than the tea or the matcha or the Starbucks that you had.
Yeah, easily.
You know, so why not? And it's homegrown.
And market expansion other than trade channels, are you exploring online channels, etc., to get into that game as well?
Absolutely. So saffron is a impulse buy item to a large extent. So Blinkit is one of the ways to go.
Okay.
So we are already present on
Quick
Blinkit,
commerce,
Pan India. Yeah, and quick commerce is sorted. Amazon is sorted. All the channels online are sorted. But what we're trying to do is trying to reduce the minimum entry point for the consumer. So we even started this small little sachet, which is we call the single-use sachet, and this is on MRP is around 30 rupees.
Wow. Okay, so you don't have to then 300 rupees buy.
Yeah, आप Blinkit करो 30 rupees का आपके घर पे पहुंच जाएगा.
One time use, have it
and,
for whatever purpose.
And it stays fresh. When you open the box, some people are like, यार वो fridge में रखना पड़ता है and storage and all of that stuff. This no need. You just open it and done.
So innovation in packaging, innovation in product,
and form factor.
And the form factor.
Yeah.
And then also now you are doing, but I'm still assuming that your larger percentages through the traditional channels.
Correct.
But online you're now catching up on and trying to get that there as well. I heard you opened your first showroom as well.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Exclusive saffron showroom in India. It's in MGF Mall, Metropolis in Gurgaon, and it's there since 10 years now actually.
Wow.
And we sell only saffron and some drinks and
But everything saffron.
everything saffron. Yeah.
So that must be one of the first stores only saffron
It is
store.
the only saffron store in India.
Yeah, because I
Exclusively.
can imagine. Yeah, we must visit and must see. And any international expansion coming up?
Well,
Now that you're in Dubai, we must do something for you.
Yeah,
At
we
least.
can, yes.
We can open for you Saudi. We can open for you UAE.
Yeah, we can.
As we help you here in India, whatever work with Channelplay.
Saudi would be a very nice market for us.
Because Arabs love.
Arabs love saffron. And an observation, I had an exhibition there. So हम एक bowl में saffron खुला छोड़ते हैं in most of our exhibitions. So usually a person in India will come pick up 1 or 2 strands, put it in their mouth and try and taste the flavor. Saudi was the first place. That bowl was empty by the end of the day.
What are you saying?
ऐसे उठाया पूरा bundle. And I was like, I actually stopped the guy, not because it's expensive or anything of that sort. I was like, it's not healthy for you to overconsume something. He's like, I take this every day. Be my guest, dude. Like, I don't have a problem.
Yeah, can I have your address?
Yeah, high consumption. Thank you. I know.
I will do it direct.
Yeah.
You're as good as a shop buyer.
Like,
Individual house is like a shop.
he's a house customer, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
exactly.
Yeah. So definitely we should target that.
And for you as an individual, building a brand, how's the journey?
Well, I love it. Absolutely. I mean, when I started entered the brand, it was around 2007 when I took over in a way. And at that time, my first goal was to add tech because that is my passion. And I started with what I'm confident in. So I made process control systems, tech systems in the factory. A lot of people didn't like it and some people left, but we had to keep growing. Yeah. So every single time I optimize a process or optimize a packaging or a product, like what a satisfying feeling. Like really, it drives me.
Yeah.
And even at night, I'm sitting on like ChatGPT and designing new packages and new product. I enjoy it. It's a nasha to work and build something which people enjoy. And when you get feedback like the one you gave me, like it makes your day, makes your week,
absolutely.
That's all I live for.
It was incredible yesterday. I am like, okay, I am meeting an owner of a brand which I know I've used, but I did not know I used.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? It was very, very fun.
ये पता है ये saffron में बहुत बड़ा चक्कर है कि people buy this plastic box and they don't read what is on the box because they know ये reference के through आया, ये कश्मीर से आया, ये मेरी मम्मी ने लिया, दादी ने लिया.
And I think is in traditional trade, the trust in the shopkeeper is very high.
Very high.
Especially for items like this, that you're giving me original. So what he gives is what they think is good. And it is not even that you can take a strand because nothing is open.
Yeah.
To taste. So the shopkeeper selling and saying, yes, original is what the consumer behavior is, I think.
True.
है ना उसका, because if that guy says नहीं ये है, the guy will going to take that whichever डब्बी he gets.
I compare it to a jeweler, you know. Same thing with a jeweler. आप jeweler में जाते हो, ये मेरे गोल्ड का हार दे दे, ये 22 है या 24 है. You don't know. You just trust him, right? And you buy like gold.
Especially in diamond.
Yeah, in diamond.
I think
same
that the
thing.
way sometimes you should, वो इतना अच्छा दिख रहा है, you say हाँ अच्छा दिख रहा है. अरे इतना कट.
आज की डेट में ये नहीं पता लैब ग्रोन है.
देखिए, see this one is little yellow. It is little yellow. I have no idea. I have no, what light he's playing in.
Yeah.
Is it natural light? All of that. You just say, sounds right.
It's okay. Yeah, it sounds right. You gotta trust.
And then he says, इसका मैं certificate दूंगा. I said, okay, your diamond, your certificate. We believe it. We pay it to you. It's like that. It's
That's
quite
how it
interesting.
works. Yeah. Until 5 years ago, nobody had Shilajit. Nobody had matcha. Nobody had avocados 10 years ago.
Avocado, man.
Like what?
Avocado is the business in. Avocado toast is the thing.
Is the thing?
So, yeah. Now, what are the top 3 values you operate by? For you, one is a trust and keeping the word.
So we write it on our brand. It's called purity, quality, trust. These 3 words are what we abide by everywhere. Purity, because guaranteed there is no complaints of quality. I kid you not, we record all the quality complaints that we get. In the past 10 years, I think we have less than 30 complaints in quality. Less than 30. And I mean, that's phenomenal. And hats off to the team that's executing all of this. And we're selling millions of packs a year. So, I mean, it's less than 19. Like
How many
99
would you sell like this kind of boxes?
Small and big packs combined, let's say around between 2.5 to 3 crore packs a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Lots of selling.
It's something to be really proud of. It's something that I am grateful for India to trust us as a brand and have this kind of a quantity being consumed. Like, it's fantastic.
You guys are number 1 in selling saffron in India?
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, Avneesh, thank you very much for sharing an exciting journey, and I wish that saffron only grows and hope that we can open international market like Saudi for you. And before we go, if you are a 6th generation entrepreneur.
Correct.
And I'm a new entrepreneur, just started 2 years back. What is one advice you would give to anybody starting a business or in the business?
Bootstrap as much as you can.
Okay.
And what you think is going to be loved by customers may not be. So always do that dipstick, do the A&B testing before investing a lot of money. Don't try to perfect your product. Launch it imperfectly. Get that feedback. It's very important. Otherwise, your hands get burnt really quick. If you just believe in a product and you're like, I'm going to put my money here, it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. The market thinks and works very differently. And I've done 4 startups in my life, and I've burnt my hands with 2. And this is how I learned this, which I would like to share to you.
Oh, super. Avneesh, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
really,
you.
really enjoyed, and I should make saffron part of my daily consumption. Now that you
Absolutely.
said it, and now that there are new packaging is available.
No question about it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.